Ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless live stream. How are you doing on this fine Friday? Ladies and gentlemen, as we're showing up once again, we're going to get another chance, another opportunity to exercise discipline and be our best selves. And today, I'm looking forward to the opportunities. I'm looking forward to it. I feel great. I feel amazing. I feel sensational. And I encourage you guys to come in here with a positive attitude as well as we look forward to dominating this fine day. So, if you're on YouTube watching on, check out the disclaimer, all right? Don't get too excited too quickly, especially if you're a beginner trader now starting out. If you're someone who's been around but not quite hitting your marks every day, remember that day trading is risky business. It takes months, more commonly years, to become efficient. So as you're going through the learning curve, take it slow, take it easy, utilize risk money, utilize the simulators that are out there. That's exactly what myself did. Marcelo, the mentors here at MMU, Tim, Triad, that's what we did. We started slow before we increased our risk, all right? Other than that, remember the live streams and recaps are never a reason for copy trading. It takes a long time to become efficient. Lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts. I will never message you first randomly for no good reason. All right, so be careful. And let's dial in. All right, what do we have? VEROTH. Let's write up the watch list. There's a couple of them that I'm watching at. So there's the GameStop stuff that's going on with this roaring kitty guy. Never heard of him before, but apparently he's done well in the past. And he's influencing the stock via tweets. You can't make this stuff up. VERO. Speculation at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. LFLY. That's another one of the stocks here. THPS. VS. And then, of course, I'm going to put a slash here. GameStop, GME, and AMC. That's the complete watch list. There might be a stock or two that does come along that's, maybe hits the high day scans. Maybe gets called out in the chat. But for now, that's the watch list. THP. Okay, looks good. So I'm going to start off with VERO and then I'll make my way through. VERO. This one is currently up 174%. 174% move. Pretty impressive so far. Started off in after hours yesterday and it's been making its way up ever since. So not bad. The pre-market high has been at 215 and since then we've pulled back a little bit. I did trade this one recently going back to February 22nd. On that day, I believe the pre-market high must have been 269. It looks like we pulled back since then. Okay, I'll get rid of these trend lines. They're not going to be as relevant. But I will map out the high of that day, 222, which we did reject the 200 EMA. So 222, perhaps resistance on this one. The 200 EMA today is currently at 144 on the daily chart. 144. Low of the pullback here pre-market, we've clocked in around 116. 116 for the low today. So we've had a high up 215, we pulled back. We're now currently at 160. So that does tell us we had a nice bounce up here. And if we can continue to hold up around 150, 155 at the VWAP area, perhaps we can see a move to the upside. And maybe we can get to 188 pretty early if this thing is strong right away. If not, maybe some consolidation, some red candles, and then maybe a red to green. Hopefully we can get a nice uptrend here. And, retest the pre-market highs could be good. And then a push to 222. From there, we might have room all the way to 450. So we'll see how this one does. 450 is going back to May 12th of 2023. That's VERO. Guys, if you're tuning in on YouTube, if you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. All right. It does help out the channel tremendously. And there's already 200 fine viewers. You know, nothing like the beautiful Relentless traders tuning in, watching on. All right, guys. Seb, we see you. How you guys doing today? Hit that thumbs up. Gus, Brad, Angel Trades is in the building. How you guys doing? Amos Bond, what's up? John, Derek, GD. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hodge, hope you guys doing well. Tisha, what's up? Wave Rider, Old Hack, longtime supporter in the building. Ricky, Phil, guys, hit that thumbs up. And let's continue here through the watch list. Today, we're looking to dominate. Today, if the momentum is here, we will be ready. We'll be fierce. So, let's continue here. Next stock, what was that? TPHS. Cheaper stock, currently around 23 cents, but up up 96%. 96% with 27 million shares of volume. Pre-market high has been 29 cents. The low of the pullback clocking in around 19.50. $19.50, brother, for the lows. In fact, let's not put that in blue. Can't mix up the trend lines here. So $19.50 for the lows. All right, let's see if it's strong. Let's see, the 200 EMA is actually 24.76 on the daily. 24.76. And if we go back to just March 18th, we had a high point of 37.50 on that day, where it gapped up and then faded. 37.50 cents. So that gives us a target. If possible, can we get over the pre-market high at 29? And if we do, 37. You know, from 23 to 37 wouldn't be a bad move, especially if this, you know, beats expectations, gets up to 50 cents, maybe 75. I mean, that would be pretty awesome. We have been seeing some cheaper stocks over the last couple of weeks do well. So it's not that far-fetched to think that we could see something here if this continues and gives a nice uptrend. So that's TPHS. We're going to move on to the next one here. LFLY. LFLY. This one is up 36% with 3 million shares of volume. And let's see here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Started yesterday, lighter volume, pushed up, pulled back. Okay. We'll see if it's able to show some life today. The volume definitely came in a little bit better, which was good. Looking back at our last high of day, we had around 64. And so if we can continue to hold up this VWAP area, stocks like this, sometimes they gain volume and give you a surprise move, right? Sometimes you just never know. 573. There's my alarm for screen recording. 573 for the 200 EMA on the daily. All right. Screen recording, let's turn that on. For those of you in MMU, remember, it's mandatory to record your screen. That way you can go back and review, go back and study. All right. For those of you guys now tuning in, we have another 90 people. Just now I saw about 200. We now have, well, 318 people tuning in. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And also, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. All right. Hit that thumbs up. Max, Ruby, Mobile, Phil, Jamie, we see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Hit that thumbs up. All right, let's continue here. So LFLY looks decent. As mentioned, you know, the extended watch list, I'll post it again for the people now coming in. We also have GameStop and AMC. There's supposed to be some live stream by some famous YouTuber, Roaring Kitty. It's so interesting how, and this is also why, sometimes being so fixed on the fundamentals might not be a good thing because, imagine there's just someone on Twitter who did well on the stock years ago, just posting out a tweet, and that has the company up 100%, you know? So, it wasn't great earnings. It wasn't, a change in leadership with the CEOs and a new plan for the company. Just simply a guy who did well in the past posting a tweet. So, the fundamentals sometimes doesn't always align. And as we know, the market is irrational and speculation and these type of things can influence the price action on a stock. So, let's stay reactive and let's be ready for anything, whether it's strong, if it's good, maybe there's some opportunities there, but of course there'll be risk, so we got to be careful, right? When it comes to a stock like GME and AMC, we got to be careful. So, 37 bucks is fairly expensive. We'll want to make sure that we determine a fair share size and then we'll go from there. So if I trade this one, smaller size first, I don't mind going up to like 1,000 shares plus, but I'll need to be in a really good rhythm. And there needs to be a clear setup going on. Like the first time around, we had that red to green break of 26, I think, was a clear setup. So if we see something like that, we're gonna put out the risk, and we're gonna accept the risk always. So let's see, we got about 2 minutes and a half to go. Feeling pretty good, feeling pretty fresh. It's another beautiful day. You guys know me. I'm always going to come in with this positive attitude, a smile on my face, and I'm looking forward to exercising discipline. Before the day even starts, I already know it's going to be a successful day because I will not allow myself to go off track. So I feel very confident. So the aim will be to end green. And in order to do that, we'll have to position ourselves, right? So I'll be looking to position myself as best as possible, low risk areas where, I'm buying into support, especially on those dip trades, right? Buying in the bouncy areas, right? Buying the bouncy areas and having tight stops in place, right? There's a 2-minute warning. And having tight stops in place to give myself a good chance, right? Where the risk is limited going down, but the move up can be pretty good, relatively speaking. But yeah, dumb money to learn about the roaring kitty. Yeah, sometimes ignorance is bliss, and my ignorance towards that guy and whoever he is or company is as bliss as it as bliss as it will be. But yeah, as we know, always good to educate ourselves, right? So maybe it's a good thing to check out that and some of the other good stock movies out there, right? But yeah, coming back in right with a minute to the opening bell. Let's trade to the best of our abilities. Let's be patient. Let's trust the setups that we know and love. Let's always have a risk and a stop in place every time we get in. That way there's no surprises, right? Even if the stock comes down hard and aggressively, we can cut the trade and move on to the next opportunity. So it's a beautiful day to smile. It's a beautiful day to be trading. Right now it's about 75 degrees where I'm at. But there's nothing better than being inside and inside in front of these beautiful screens. Mm-mm-mm. Another day. Another day at long last. So a sip of water. This used to be tradition once upon a time ago. And I'll be ready to rock and roll. And it'll be ready to rock and roll. 16 seconds. VERO. We'll see how this one does coming into the open. And then I'll take it from there. GameStop, AMC, I'll keep an eye on as well. Only? I guess my size is small. LFLY is moving a little bit aggressive here. What's the low? 98, high of 29. Pre-market highs at 24. There's 40. I'm a little late to it. Let's see if it gives a pullback entry perhaps. 50, 53, 57, 60. I'm going to miss it. $43. LFLY. Strong move here to start. It's a little choppy up here. Kind of missed most of this move. This is a little disappointing here. Read a fast push. We had a dip at 35. The high's at 91. Two breakout trades. Not great fills coming out. Waiting patiently. LFLY seems to be the one here. Three shares is not going to cut it on that fill. Waiting patiently. Oh, trying to dip. Can we see that bounce? Low right there, 55. VERO also a nice red to green. TPHS, cheaper stock, also gave a nice opportunity. It's a false breakout. Oh, no, it's going to try again. Not as an awful fill. It's not the easiest one to capture here. That's for sure. The high is at 22. We might see a bigger pullback here. You gotta buy the bids. You have to. Fills are not favorable. As the volatility comes in, you can get caught a little higher. It looks pretty healthy. I think as long as we can hold up this area here. Eight. There's a minute and some change to the next 5 minute candle. The high of the last candle is 15. I guess that's okay. Can't get caught slipping with these fills, brother. Though, it seems like we might have bottomed out there. Hopefully. If not, we might see the 5 minute candle fail if it doesn't hold up here. There's like a small delay in the fill, so if you do buy market, once the ask moves up, you'll get that higher fill. So you got to be careful. 5 minute candle had a bit of a wick. I don't know. I think it still looks pretty decent. I think it looks pretty decent here still. But you, of course, want to be careful of backside in case, it's kind of ran its course for now. GME with a halt. VERO also with a halt here. VERO halting up. Well, not quite. Halt is now at 59. Can we see a quick scalp out of this? Well, never mind. VERO to the depths. Not one is going to come down. I'd like to think we're close to the bottom here for geez, LFLY. There we go. Is that the best we could do? Waiting, watching. I think two of the trades I had I could have held longer. Other than that, bought a lot of areas where the spreads are tight, but because there's that delay in the fill, like I can see my order out and watch the ask price go up and then get filled higher. So despite buying in tighter spread areas, got caught with higher fills a ton of times. One good area, lack of getting the fill, which would have been a nice trade there, no good. TPHS, this one is approaching the pre-market high. Fifty, 50, 50, 50, 52, 51, 54, 51. All right, I might be playing with fire here. No push. All right, easing off. And then VERO from halting up to halting down. The only thing I don't like about the 5-minute chart is that there's a little bit of a wick. Alright, maybe it's done. That's gonna be a scratch trade there. TPHS, GME. Let's see how these are doing. GME, given a nice move. This other one wasn't bad, but got murdered with a lot of those fills. GME seems like we're getting a lot of halts now. Is it locked in or is it trying to get locked in here? Can't even tell. Okay. Which means AMC must have had a small move as well. It seems like I stopped out at the low of that candlestick. TPHS, well, we see a move over the highs here, 29. Not quite. Too many sellers. But oh jeez, LFLY. There's the move I thought we could have seen off the bounce there. It looks decent. The only thing I didn't like about the 5-minute chart is that there's a bit of a topping wick. But I think it still looks good. I needed to just be in there with a wide stop, but was not looking to do that with all the inaccuracies so far. This pullback is kind of soon. The volume isn't as high, but it's still early. If it doesn't hold up here, then to the depths. How was the price action on GameStop for those of you who traded that one? How was the price action? $38.79. Halt at 39.61. Not bad. If the price action there was good, it might have been decent. 41.94. TPHS, LF. Let me just say L fly. I think that that might be much better for me to say. L fly back at 64. TPHS at 30 cents, pushing over the pre-market highs. But it seems a little bit more grindy. TPHS doesn't quite have that bigger range that we would like to see. There's 32 though, 32.60, 31.90 on the bid. So let's continue. 33 on the ask. 31.20. TPHS, can we see a little bit more of a pullback? GameStop might already be backside. $33 is having some trouble on TPHS, cheaper stock. Can we see the break of 33? Okay, there it is, 33.90. Bro. Come on. That should have went right. That should have went right there. We held up above. We're still holding above 33. What more do we need? Can we see over 34? L fly back up at $4, which is a good move. Nice to see. Perhaps round 2. $32. Low right there's 32. Well, L fly, big rejection candle. Really? That was kind of sudden. 34.10. And not really a ton right there. Do I try again? It's looking decent, but then we're not really seeing the move that we should get. Or maybe it's just not as strong as I would, as I'm thinking it could be. I mean, it's going though. It's going 38, 35.80, 35.20, 36 is the high. There's 36.50. I really would like to see a pullback. There's 37. I'm too soon. Not great. Trying again. Really. Do not go to the depths. 30, show me 35, 36. What the brother? Alright, that's cool. I know with that type of size, if I would lose, I'd be flat, and that's okay. That's a good attempt, though. 35 was kind of aggressive. That was a little early, but the other one, still not really bouncing. The ass jumped up, but then it's back down. So it's not a good bounce. Hey, hey, hey. Smokes, but no cigar. How are we looking on this day? Down 400 bucks. Not ideal. L-Fly, man. L-Fly on the move up. I saw it fairly early, but just still felt on my heels. You know, by the time I switched over, we're pushing like 340. After it got over 50, we had a high of 60, 61. The dip to 35, I needed to be more aggressive there. The dip to 35, but didn't get in, and then we're back at 50. I tried 2 high of day trades in that area and got smoked. We're at 160 and then never really able to recover from there. Small winning trades here and there, maybe 1 or 2, but that's about it. No trades on GameStop. Maybe I should have been watching that one. I don't know how the price action was, but the candlestick's going up after we made the new high. I mean, we even had a bit of a double bottom if you're really watching the dip aggressively here. But after we made the new high, if there was a dip into this halt, then that might have been pretty good. Not sure about this one. Sometimes they show a wick, but we don't really have any sort of like pullback. It all depends. AMC, similar chart, not as aggressive. TPHS, TPHS. Guys, by the way, before I forget, right? There's been a few people that's been asking us to extend the deadline for the raffle. So Marcelo and I, we spoke and we pushed it back to next Friday. So that'll be the 14th. The winner will be announced on the 14th next week. We'll spin the wheel. Just a quick heads up. So you guys have 1 more week. I know the suspense is probably killing people, but 1 more week of waiting. 1 more week. Just like when we get another resumption, you know, another halt, and it's a 10-minute halt. We gotta wait patiently. Waiting to see what we get. Will there be another stock? TPHS is back up a little bit. VERO, this one had a tough time, man. Tough time, VERO. I think L-Fly was the best one for the small caps. Mm, 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 mm. When I pulled it up, I just didn't want to jump straight in. I kind of like, okay, we went from, I checked the low and the high. We went from 98 to 39 or 40. I'm like, can't jump in. But the moment this pullback right here comes, this is the first area I could have been in. And you know what? I did try over 50 here, which is one of my first losses of like $60 because it came below 50, went back up to 60, went back down to 50, held 50, got to 54, 55. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. Maybe this is one of those stocks that just keeps going. I'm in 58, and then immediately it's at 52. I'm like, nope, take the 6 cents loss, and then it actually starts to pull back a bit. SPWR. Let's see. Daily chart, not awful. Teen crap. Oh, we'll see. We'll give it time. 12. There's 18 again. 19. $25. Okay. This one reminds me of the last stock I traded yesterday. It's just nothing special, but maybe there might be an opportunity. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. YEXT. How's this one? High 69. Volume. There is volume. Low 06, 05, 04, 01. Son of a gun. And there's a huge seller at 4. 80, 82 $82 loss on SPWR. All right. Despite all the positive attitude here, it would seem that we're going through a little bit of turbulence. A little bit of turbulence. We're at $528 here to start the day. We fumbled the bag on L-Fly. And nothing else so far has really been great. This resumption on YEXT doesn't seem like anything. SPWR, perhaps we do get a bounce at some point. I'm going to throw out some shares just to give it a shot. If it takes me to the depths, well, to the depths I go. Small size though. Can we see a move back over $4? There's 88. Am I going to the depths here? It would seem so. 10-cent loss. That'll add to our deficit. VWAP is at 81. It's a little too much of a pullback for me at this point. Would have loved to see us hold 90 area. 88. The move started from 90. I mean, maybe a little before, but from 90 we got up to 25. If we pull back and hold 90, that's what I want to see. We're seeing lows of 84. So I'm going to get chopped out of that trade. It's going to give a bounce though, but I'm in too early. Low, 90, 90, and then 84. 84, the bounce is back to 97. Only about a 13-cent bounce. Is that even right? Is my math right? I mean, okay, there we go. 4. That's a little bit better. 403, that's better. So the bounce is good here. I'm just too early. The bounce is good, and we're going to see a bottoming wick on the 5, which is going to tell me this thing is still alive. That's why I'm using smaller size in a lot of these trades, though, so that, I don't want to be in there a couple thousand shares and then to the depths. For real. So I'll see if a pullback does come and I'll attempt it. AONC. The chop, the chop, the chop, the chop. Chop City. Our last 4 days have been $400. Literally every single one of those days, $400 for. So today we don't want the red to be anything crazy. If we don't see some good green here, we're just gonna shut it down. I'm wondering if this stock is even worth it. I'm kind of thinking maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. It's just that the volume slows down so much in these areas. It's hard to tell the story here with this lighter, slower moving tape. FLY, man. FLY, I tell you. I gotta go back and watch. I want to watch the archive right now. 35. Break of 60. And in the break of 60, I wasn't super aggressive because, it's this type of stock where you're going to be in on the ask. So, buying the breakout, if it's not going to go in that moment, doesn't make any sense. because the bids are going to come back down. You know, how likely is it to get out on the ask as the stock is dropping? Not likely. Which means the breakout is risky unless that's the exact moment in time the stock is breaking out. Only then it makes sense. So the breakout trades there just weren't as good. And if you bought the dip high, then you're in the depths. I don't think I'm gonna watch this. This maybe this does hold up, but I'm not gonna watch it. It's not good. Not good for what I need. So I'm gonna throw it out the window. Cast away. Cast away. VS. Not seeing much there. YEXT. Random halt up, but nothing after that. TPHS. Maybe does give another push at some point, but we definitely had a big red candle on the 5. SPWR, not ideal for the style. L-Fly sold off. GameStop. Christmas tree setup. AMC. Following. Not one, more like an oak tree. The morning has been a little... There's always opportunities, but, you know, a little tricky. AONC maybe might be like a long shot, but, you know, maybe something there. The halt down is at 46. There it is. And it looks like it'll get locked in. I'm actually interested in the resumption lower. I think there could be an opportunity, especially if it gaps big. Where is the momentum? After MLGO, man, I thought we would have been seeing some nice, sweet action. There's some markets where, you know, we get the action for like maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks on end. Especially when you see a stock like MLGO. You know, we did have ASNS the following day, but, you know, mostly all halts. No free range price action. The other stocks were a little slower. So, you know, some opportunities just for like a small green, but stocks like MLGO usually sets the tone for a few days at least. And GameStop does offer opportunities, but you know, it's also not what we usually would trade. So sometimes it does take away some of the volume from some of these other stocks that maybe could continue. Freaking Snapchat, man. Ah, this company, I tell you. I was long. I was, man, such a tragic earnings that day. Yeah, I'll show this. I was long here, right? Let me put I'll put full screen. Show this down below quickly. Uh, let's see. I was long on this thing all throughout here, all throughout here, long, 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 like all the way up here, buying, 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 and I had a good average, and I waited through this consolidation, even buying some on this lower side here, waiting patiently. And I'm like, man, I think we can see, because some of the other big tech stocks had earnings and did well, right? You know, of course, but Meta, you know, you watch Meta, you can't really compare it to Snapchat because that company is just so big and a little bit more diversified. But I'm hoping for the upside move. Shift, does this not work? Control, was it Shift C, Shift Control? Anyhow, looking for this upside move, and then earnings come. I watch this thing in after hour go up to 18, and then 1850. And I'm like, here we go, here we go, I'm already rubbing my hands together, here we go. And then, like 5 seconds later, freaking catastrophic drop. And I watch my sweet swing trading gains disappear. Luckily, I was able to come out and I had a small loss because I was in so low, like very early back here, but disastrous. Disaster. Good to see that it's back up. But if we could have had this type of 40% move here, that would have been very impressive, which we've seen from companies like this before. But you know, sometimes the timing is everything. This is not 2020, back when this thing was booming from, you know, 18 up to 60, 70, and then up to 80. They've really struggled since 2021, 2022. Time 1020. I'm red $700. Nothing is moving. I think I could have avoided trades on SPWR. Initially on the first couple green candles, I thought it was good, but like after some time of looking at it, it's not the type of stock for me to be watching at all. Got tricked into thinking it was worth something. Six. TPHS. I don't know if I would have gotten involved anyways. Whatever. We'll see what we get. Maybe we'll see some nice power hour opportunities. This garbage, which doesn't hold up and then takes off. You just roll your eyes and you keep it pushing. 10:22. It's coming closer to 10:30. A lot of people might be heading out soon. If you do, take care. Hopefully you had a good day. TPHS. You blink and you will miss it. You blink and you will miss the sweet move. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Biggest move it gave all day. What percentage is this? 60% move in 3 minutes. Lovely. Can't hate. Gotta appreciate. From backside or looking like backside to the moon. The only way I could get involved is if it just gets halted up. Other than that, the train has left the station. The flight has already took off. Trying to catch this now is literally like trying to run on the runway as the plane is flying. It's not going to end well. You get sucked into the engines and get discombobulated. Snapchat. It would be pretty impressive if that company does get back to $90. After missing this move, I'm not really interested in entries, at least not yet. Could the stock continue? Perhaps. This scanner definitely needs an update when it comes to these call outs. Like now that I've like clicked on it and like the notifications are coming through, it's sending through every notification that came earlier, which is now irrelevant. So that's something I guess they can fix. EPHS still fighting. GameStop resumption, choppy price action. Not a ton of opportunities here, just kind of waiting. No call outs in particular. TPHS, maybe we see the 5-minute setup play out. 5-minute candle making the new high. GameStop price action is a mess, man. Only a minute and 40 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. Looks like it's struggling. Falling asleep with this momentum here, man. TPHS still holding up on the flag. Maybe CLU provides an opportunity if it gets halted here. Mm, 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 mm. Guys, don't forget I mentioned we're gonna announce the winner next Friday. All right, just a heads up. Just a quick reminder, we're gonna spin the wheel next Friday. THPS, perhaps a good area here to keep an eye on. CLEU, if we can see some more consistent volume here, could be good if it continues. CLEU might be a one-hit wonder, I don't know. The volume slows down tremendously once it's pulling back, which typically could be good, but it's like nobody's watching it anymore, it seems like. Might be a good time to shut it down. Come back later, maybe when there's some better opportunities. Red $700. Primarily red on L-Fly. think missing this TPHS move was probably the biggest missed opportunity here. About a 45% move from the key levels. Okay, I think I'm gonna be out of here. I'm gonna come back later though. If something starts to move, I'm gonna trade it in the Discord. But I am going to be out. Out like Celt, brother. Keeping it tight. Hopefully next week we can see a little more consistency, man. Besides MLGO again, like the opportunities have kind of been, you know, not as consistent. Stocks like ASNS, just so many halts, just too much risk. Can we get some stocks that are between? I mean, even if they're cheaper stocks, that doesn't matter either. But we'd love to see a few more of them. Oh my gosh! Don't worry, I'm green. I'm green in spirit. The last couple of days have been on the slower side. RT identifies as green. As a green candlestick. For sure, you know KB. KB definitely identifies as green. I've been a little quiet today because just not a ton. Missed that move and it's kind of just been waiting. CLEU did pop up a little bit, but not a lot there. DPHS, we'll see if it's able to continue pushing forward. June. PPHS probably the only one worth watching. But I'm gonna shut it down. We're 4 for 5 to start the month. Next week we're gonna try to lock it in, get back on the green side of things. 4 green days, 1 red day so far. We'll see what we can't do on Monday. Later, I mean, the day's not done yet. Maybe there's something else that comes today that, you know, gives a good opportunity, but we'll have to see. TPHS still kind of brewing. We did hold up these lows here. So, maybe this does eventually curl back up. Curl back up. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to shut it down. So for those of you going till 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient. As mentioned, we're going to spin the wheel next Friday. So there's still a week. The discount is also going to remain open for another week. So you guys can utilize that. We'll be back on Monday. I don't know if I'll do a recap today. I mean, I haven't done one in the last 3 days. I don't know. I've been a little busy, but maybe there'll be a recap today. If not, it's okay. We'll be back on track next week. All right, guys. Stay safe, stay green. We do appreciate all those thumbs up from guys like John B. John B, we appreciate the thumbs up, brother. Abraham and so forth. Stock 824. Jay O'Brien, Terry K, Twin. We appreciate the likes and so many more who tuned in today. Brad, have a great weekend as well. Relentless Trader is going to be taking it easy. I'm going to be studying up this weekend though. Staying home, not going out, studying up, relaxing, and reviewing. I don't want to exhaust myself. There's been too much that's been going on. So, take care, stay safe, stay green. Check out those links down below. And then I'll catch you guys next time. Hit that thumbs up on the way out if you have not already. We do appreciate it.